Welcome to a video on solving rational equations. Let's go ahead and get started. Here are the guidelines for solving rational equations. Step 1, we will factor all of the denominators. And step 2, we'll determine the LCD and then multiply each side of the equation by the LCD, or least common denominator. Then we'll solve the resulting equation and then we'll check our solutions. While we check our solutions, we need to be aware that if what appears to be a solution makes a denominator equal to 0, we must exclude that value. And then lastly, we can check our solutions on the graphing calculator. If we type the left side of the equation in y1 and the right side in the equation in y2, we can check our solutions by finding the point or points of intersection of the two graphs. Let's go ahead and take a look at an example. Now we can probably determine the LCD, or least common denominator, of this problem without factoring the denominators. The LCD in this case would be 6t. That means we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by 6t, or 6t over 1. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply every single term by 6t over 1 because it makes simplifying those products a lot easier. This is what I mean by that. I'll take each of these terms and multiply by 6t over 1. Now we'll simplify each of these products. So this would change to a 1, this would change to a 2. Here the 6's simplify out, and here the t's simplified out. Let's see what remains. Here we have 2 times 2 times t all over 1, that's 4t. Here we have 5 times t, so we have minus 5t. And here we have 1 times 6 all over 1, which is just 6. So we've created an equation that is much easier to solve than the original rational equation. So here we can combine our like terms. This would be negative t equals 6. You could think of this as negative 1t divided by negative 1. So we have t equals negative 6. Let's go ahead and try another. Even though this is a proportion, I'm going to go ahead and follow the rules outlined in this video. We can see the LCD would be the product of these two denominators. So we'll multiply both sides of the equation by this product over 1. So notice in red we've multiplied both sides of the equation by x minus 6 times x plus 2 all over 1. Now let's go ahead and simplify. Notice we have a common factor of x minus 6 here. So we're left with x plus 2 times x plus 2 must equal. Over here we have an x plus 2 on top, x plus 2 on the bottom. So we're left with x minus 1 times x minus 6. So the fractions are gone, but now we have to multiply this out and solve for x. So we're going to have to FOIL both sides here. We'll have x squared plus 2x plus 2x, that's plus 4x, plus 4 equals, here we have x squared minus 6x minus 1x, that's minus 7x, plus 6. Now we're lucky here because if we subtract x squared on both sides, the x squared term goes out, so we do have a linear equation left. Let's go ahead and add 7x on both sides. We would have 11x plus 4 equals 6. Now we'll subtract 4 on both sides. I'm running out of room here. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. We would have 11x equals 2 divided by 11. X equals 2 11ths. Remember, the guidelines did say check our solutions, but really what we're checking for is x can never equal 6 or negative 2 because it would make these denominators equal to 0 and therefore undefined. So x equals 2 11ths we'll assume we'll check. However, let's go ahead and check this one on the graphing calculator. First, let's check 2 divided by 11 in decimal form is 0.18 repeating. Let's go to y equals. Let's type the left side in y1 and the right side in y2. Let's go ahead and press graph. Again, we're looking for the x-coordinate of the point of intersection. And it looks like it's somewhere right in here. Let's go ahead and calculate it. Second trace, option 5. Press enter, enter, enter. And and this does verify our solution as 2/11. Let's go ahead and try another one. Okay, on this problem we are going to have to factor the denominators to determine the LCD. Let's go ahead and factor this denominator here. The factors of -6 that add to +1, that would be +3 and -2, are the same factors we see in these denominators. So the LCD would be x plus 3 times x minus 2. So we need to multiply each term in this equation by x plus 3 times x minus 2 all over 1. Let's go ahead and do that. So notice in blue I have the original rational expressions. I did write the right side in factored form, and then in red I've multiplied every term by the LCD over 1. Let's go ahead and simplify before we find these products. Notice we have an x plus 3 and an x plus 3, so we're left with x times x minus 2. On the next product we have x minus 2 on top, x minus 2 on the bottom, so we're left with minus x times x plus 3 equals, and on the right side notice we have x plus 3, x plus 3, x minus 2, x minus 2, so we're left with just 10 on the right side. Let's go ahead and solve this resulting equation. So we'll distribute and then solve for x. So we have x squared minus 2x minus x squared minus 3x equals 10. Notice the x squared terms simplify out. We're left with negative 5x equals 10. Dividing by negative 5, x equals negative 2. Again, this will be a solution. If the solution came out to be a positive 2 or a negative 3, we would have to exclude it. Let's go ahead and try one more. Again, we're going to have to factor this denominator to determine the LCD. The factors of negative 2 that add to a positive 1, that would be plus 2 and minus 1. So looking at the factors of the denominators, we can see the LCD would be y plus 2 times y minus 1. So we'll multiply each rational expression by the LCD over 1. Again, in blue we have the original rational expressions, and then in red we have the LCD over 1. Now we'll find each product, but we'll simplify first. So we have y plus 2 over y plus 2. So we're left with 4y times y minus 1 minus, here we have a y minus 1 and a y minus 1, so we have minus 3y times the quantity y plus 2. On the right side we have a y plus 2, y plus 2, y minus 1, y minus 1, so we're left with y squared minus 8y minus 4. We need to clear these parentheses and then solve for y. So 4y squared minus 4y minus 3y squared minus 6y equals y squared minus 8y minus 4. Combining like terms, we have y squared minus 10y equals y squared minus 8y minus 4. Let's go ahead and take this over to the next screen and finish solving this. Again, notice if we subtract y squared on both sides, the y squared terms are eliminated. So we're left with negative 10y equals negative 8y minus 4. Let's go ahead and add 8y to both sides. We have negative 2y equals negative 4 divided by negative 2. Looks like we have y equals positive 2. Now again, before we conclude this is a solution, we need to go back and check to make sure it doesn't make one of our denominators in the original equation 0. And negative 2 would not work, but positive 2 will be just fine. Okay, so as you can see, these can be fairly involved. I hope you found this video helpful.